The Xbox One is a brand new system with a lot of potential. Let's see how Halo 5's Forge mode can take advantage of this. Now, I'm reasonably hyped up for Halo 5, but what's the one thing that they have not shown us yet? Forging. Now, I'm a pretty big forger myself. I like making things and having people interact with them and like them, which is one of the reasons why I make YouTube videos. So, here's the thing. There needs to be an innovation in Forge, something that makes people from other games want to play Halo just because Forge. Now, the biggest innovation so far that's been in Forge was the step from 3 to Reach. I mean, it was a pretty big difference, but the thing is, when it came from Reach to 4, not a lot was changed. I mean, I love Halo Reach and Halo 4's Forge, but the thing is, there needs to be something really good. So here's some of my ideas. The Xbox One is a pretty powerful system, at least compared to its predecessor, the Xbox 360. Forging is a really cool tool, so combine those two and we have a lot of potential here. So, what's something that I and a lot of the forging community really want? Spawnable AIs. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh my gosh, you think it's just easy to just press A to spawn? Well, here's the thing though, that's exactly what I do in Gary's mod. See, I know it's a PC game, but all I need to do in Gary's mod is just go to the spawn gun, and then I can just spawn a bunch of NPCs. Even on a map that they've never been to before, that's a custom map, they can just interact with it, go to cover, shoot you, find out which spots they have the most advantage at. I mean, as long as 343 can program that, I think we should be good. So I'm not expecting too much, but here's another idea. Just like in Call of Duty, I think they should have bots. Now, you can, say, make them on the difficulty of Legendary, because, you know, we want it to be Halo. You can make them have, say, the plasma rifle, the battle rifle, whatever. You can choose their race if you want them to be like Promethean soldiers. You can choose maybe if they are very trigger happy, if they're more a conservative player or an aggressive player. That would be pretty cool. So, you can't always play with your friends online, and for those people, since there's not going to be a split screen, I think it would be pretty cool compensation. So I know this might not be realistic, but this is really what I want in Halo 5. That would be really cool. So here's a really good idea I got from Josh11735. He said, why don't we have all the vehicles that are in Halo? Like, we haven't had the Spectre in Halo 2 Anniversary Forge, even though it was in the game, and we haven't had, say, the Pelican to ride in. I think that would be an amazing idea, because we did have the Falcon. Admittedly, that was a pretty cool vehicle to have a lot of people. We've had the Scorpion, but it would be amazing to be able to house like 24 people. I mean, because in Warzone, I think the Pelicans actually do in canon fit 24 people or something like that into the back. But that would be really cool to fit like 18 people in there in a custom game. I think that should totally be a thing. The Spectre is, I think, Rithay said, he was like, it's the better version of the Warthog. I'm just gonna have to agree to disagree. I love the Warthog. But that would be really cool to have those. I mean, they should be in the game, but they're not. And also, what about skins for them too? Like we had the alternate skin for the civilian Warthog, but wouldn't it be cool to be able to have like actual skins for some of them? Maybe custom skins, like in Forza, you can have your own custom skin from the community to put on your weapons, or maybe in like just like in rec packs, you can have different weapons spawning with different skins. Also with vehicles, you could have different vehicle skins that are custom from the community, or you know, something cool like that. Now here we get into some of the huge requests from the Forge community. So here's object skins. This needs to be in the game. As you can see right now, I'm forging with the more UNSC kind of concrete blocks. It would be amazing if I could have, just like in Halo Reach, I kind of was disappointed how Forge only had the Forerunner kind of texture on them. It would be really cool if you could change out in the options. You could say, I want this to be, you know, the human concrete, or I want to be the Covenant purple, or I want it to be the, you know, the Forerunner silver, or, you know, whatever skin or texture they want to put in the game. That would be pretty cool, so I could remake Midship in Halo 5 to maybe a smaller size if I didn't want to play with Sprint and Spartan abilities. That's just a thought, but I think it could really go a long way for custom games and just the Forge community altogether. So these two things kind of go hand in hand. So I was talking to Zertrukio and Rithays, and two things that they brought up were, why don't we have customable skyboxes, and maybe some different weather, like rain, and then also time of day mechanics. These mechanics would work so well together. Like, we're thinking, maybe not an arena map, but say in a Warzone map, it would be really cool for the beginning of the match to start in the morning, and then towards the end it would turn all the way until it got to dusk. That would be a cool idea. And then maybe even rain, but I think Rithaze is a little bit biased because he has a thing for water when it comes to art. He loves painting things or drawing things that have to do with art, and he loves maps. Like, I think it was Warlock or Warlord that he just loves the rain aspect of it. So, I think you might be a little bit biased there. But, time of day mechanics, interchangeable and customizable skyboxes would be really cool. So, obviously, as you can see right here, it's the Zenith skybox for the Ascension remake. I mean, this is a cool skybox, but I think maybe some community, like I brought up Forza earlier, there could be some community-made skyboxes. That would be really cool. Like, maybe someone could rip out the skybox from the Silent Cartographer from Halo Combat Evolved, and then we could use that in a Forge map. That would be really cool. So, Zuchukyo plays a lot of Crackdown, and he might be a little bit biased in saying, but destructible environments are pretty cool. I have to admit, that would be a pretty cool feature, and Mr. Pokephile has dabbled in this in some of his tutorials for like a destructible cave, and this also was dabbled in by the guys who made Forge, and I'll get to that in a moment, that they made the barriers that you can punch or throw a rocket launcher, well, not throw a rocket launcher, but shoot a rocket or throw a grenade at it, and it would slowly crumble away. So now, coming back to the guys who made Forge, Certain Affinity, just think about that for a moment. They have a whole studio just working on one aspect of a game. So if they can have a whole studio just concentrated on this one type of gameplay, or maybe even just this one tool, it has so much potential. I mean, they can do all of these things, right? They should be able to. If they just focus their mind on a really cool, innovative part of Forge, then they should be able to. So guys, I love forging. Creative Assembly is making Halo Wars 2. I'm pretty excited about that, but for now, Halo 5 is coming out, and these are things that I just wish were in the game. I doubt some of them, but it would be really cool, and I really am crossing my fingers right now for object skins. That would be a really cool feature. So, Certain Affinity, please watch this video. You need to put in spawnable AI, object skins, and customizable skyboxes. One last note before I end the video. Halo 2 Anniversary, as you saw earlier, is pretty limited, even though it's made greater by being on the Xbox One, which is a new-gen system. Halo 5 is running a new-gen engine all by itself, so Forge is also going to be bigger and have better graphics. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time on Molten Sword Gaming.